All right. So I have just a short agenda today. I know the holidays are coming up and everybody's knee deep in all your activities. So I just want to, first of all, I just want to put it out there. Is anybody having any difficulties with the MOU, with the toolkits, with the judges, ballots? Anything like that we can address? Yes, Kathleen.
Well, I have a question. Since my speech track contest happened last Saturday,
That's right.
and I'm way ahead of everybody, and I have the video to post. I have a couple of questions regarding it. The videographer wanted to see the toolkit, so he's new to us, and so he wanted to see what was required, and he read through it all. And I know that you say, and this is in my brain, is that the judges look at the timestamp and will reject anything outside the limits, and that I understand. And I did not find, I didn't go back and look at what he was referencing, but he said that it also says you have to have a date stamp on the video. Is that true?
So a timestamp is the main thing.
Timestamp, but what about a date stamp?
Well, it should be date and time.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's not separate.
Videographers don't necessarily use their phones and get the date and time. You know what I'm saying? So I have a video and he's added a date to it in the lower left. And should he leave it in or should he take it out?
I think he should leave it in because that way we know it's this year's entry.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if we push comes to shove and we have to prove that it was this year's entry, we have the application, the student application and all that, we could possibly put it back together, but it's better to have it in the video.
Yeah, okay, I mean, so he put that in and we'll just leave it in. And so then my question is, how soon should I post it to YouTube? Should I just hold off and do it like after the first of the year so that I mean, I know that you'll be able to find it, but I suspect it's better for you to just have me post it when it's closer to when other people are going to be posting theirs.
I think so, because chances are if you do it now, I'm not going to, worry about it. And if there's a problem, I wouldn't,
right.
be too long.
So I'll send the form and the check for $25 at the beginning, like the first week in January, and then post send you the link.
Yeah,
at that point.
Sounds good.
Okay, those were my questions. I will now listen to I will say one other thing about mine, just to give you a little heads up about next year, 24-25. One of our judges this year is on the board of directors at the Pasadena Playhouse. And Pasadena Playhouse is having their 100th anniversary in 2025. And she wants us to start recruiting all the branches in the San Gabriel Valley and possibly have all our speech contests on the same day at the Pasadena Playhouse.
Wow.
And involve the artistic directors as judges and people like that, so that we can make a big community splash for AAUW and for the Pasadena Playhouse.
Cool.
So I was very excited about that. And we've got a year to plan because we just heard about it last Saturday. I haven't even been a week gone by. So,
wow.
So I'm very excited that we may possibly be able to do that, even if it's only one or two branches doing them at the Pasadena Playhouse. I think would be pretty exciting.
That'd be great. And that is definitely something we can highlight within our state organization and on the website and everything. I mean, that would be wonderful.
When we get a little bit further along in the planning, but it's the germ of an idea, and we're all agreed that we're going to start working on it. So, and our Los Angeles County Interbranch Council, I mentioned it last Sunday so that the branches in LA County can think about participating.
That's actually one of the things that I'm kind of intending to work on is because branches are having a hard time getting, participation is kind of trickling off, is getting them to work together. And that would be just a perfect example of how that would just really raise the bar. And so definitely when you get closer to, wanting to put the nuts and bolts together, put me in contact
Absolutely.
And we'll definitely work with
Yeah,
you. on-
when we get closer, we don't know what the Playhouse season's gonna look like. We don't know what dark days they're gonna have that would then allow us to do our speech contest. I mean, there's a lot of logistics to work out, but being on the board of
Absolutely.
directors and one of their primary fundraisers, I think she's got kind of an in, and this could happen. So,
Exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah. It's very
so
happy.
yeah, we
How
had a
did
good
your
speech check last Saturday.
how did it go?
It went very well. We only had 2 contestants, which is kind of disappointing, but they were both very, very good. And the judges took a very long time trying to decide which one should be first. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Okay.
good. So I have
Congratulations.
the video and have the form. I'll get the check in another week or so, but I will hold off on all of that until January and send
Yeah.
it to you then.
That would be wonderful. Perfect. Thank you. And contact me if you have any problems with that.
Okay. Thank you very much. And now I will sit back and listen to all of your other questions, all the rest of these questions, because you're looking ahead to this.
Yeah. You've got my head spun. Elora, how are things going with you? What branch are you with again?
Thousand Oaks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was so hopeful because at Westlake High School, one of our members has a close relationship with the principal. So he referred me to the speech and debate team. And they were so enthusiastic, and they all wanted the forms, and I gave them, all the toolkit and everything like that. There was like 22 or so of them. Did I get one affidavit or entry back? No, none. And so now, I in contact with the teacher again, and, could you please ask them if I can come and pick up the forms, please ask them if they could bring them. But fortunately, this time I got phone numbers of every single student. So, I'll probably wait till after Thanksgiving. Now's probably not a good time. And the week after Thanksgiving, I'll go. If I don't hear, if none submitted, I'll call. Just
When's your
call the-
contest? When's your contest going to be?
Oh,
scheduled?
not till February 24th. So there's plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably it's last minute generation.
Oh,
So-
right.
Might be too
Yeah.
early right now.
I do also have like the Monday after Thanksgiving, the speech and debate club at Newbury Park High. I am able to go and speak to them. So
Good.
hopefully, I'm out there trying to do this. So I don't know, just keep at it. And there's other members of the branch that, they're willing to be coaches, which is great, but going into the schools and stuff, they work or whatnot. And I'm retired, so I'm the one. But that's okay. I don't mind. I just wish the kids would just respond. Yeah.
They don't think much beyond next week, so.
Yeah, but one thing that Margot, you can speak to what we did in our classroom with the interest list.
Yeah, we went in a couple Fridays ago, Marlene and I, to one of our supportive high school English teachers. And he let us come into each of his classes and do a 10-minute almost presentation. And we passed around, while we were doing the presentation, we passed around a interest sign up. And then I left toolkits for them, not for every single student, but for, about the number of people that signed up. And we went into another English teacher's classes that day as well. So we covered a lot of students and got to see, talk to a lot of them. And I was really pleased with the turnout. And Marlene, you don't know this, but Colin said he has 4 applications turned in.
Oh, that's great.
Ah,
Oh,
We
wonderful.
got-
Our contest is the 30th of November, so it's coming.
Yeah, and on your interest list, how many names were on the interest sign up?
Oh, gosh. 30, probably 25 to 30 from each of the two teachers.
So we figured, even if 2/3 of them fall off, we would still have, whatever, 4 or 5, whatever.
So is
Yeah.
that typically what you do, is you have kids write in their names if they're kind of sort of thinking about it?
Kind of get that thought, kind of manage their thinking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that idea a lot of an interest list.
And this
Yeah.
particular teacher is offering credit, extra credit
Extra credit.
for those that do
Perfect.
participate in the contest. And his it aligns with his unit on persuasive essays. So
And persuasive
it all kind
speaking.
of ties in with his class. So that's really good.
Wow, that was worth tuning in for.
Yeah, that's
So that was
great.
exciting. And he said he might have about 3 more, and Margie's gonna let us know if she gets any. And there's a couple
Right.
of homeschool kids that I need to follow up with. So
And this is, I should add, this is the first time that our branches tried to do this in November. Typically, we do it in February. And Marco said, I'm going to try and do it. I want to do it sooner. Great, if you can. So this is an experiment for us to see.
And it's
how
the
in
it goes.
person, right?
Colin also, the teacher who's been very helpful, he also suggested maybe doing it the first semester rather than in the spring.
Great.
So
So thank you, Marco.
Thank
That's
you.
great.
For that update.
I'm excited.
Susan, how are things going for your group, your team? Oh, you're on mute, sorry.
I've gotten some good publicity. People are talking about it, but I haven't got any applications yet. And our speech contest is going to be February 25th, so it's a ways away. I am really taking notes about moving it to first semester because I think that would help a lot. And I appreciate hearing everybody's viewpoints on that.
Okay,
We'll
so
let you know next time at the next meeting how it.
you've been working with what, 1 or 2 schools?
Are you talking to me? I've
Yeah.
got 4 schools
Oh,
and
nice.
none of them had and I'm also going out to the homeschool people. And because last year I had 1 homeschool person and 2 high school people. I only had 3 candidates last year. It was my first year. And the largest high school in our area used to have a speech and debate club and a class, and they don't have it anymore because there just has been a lack of interest, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with that.
So how did you get connected with the homeschool group? What was your in there?
It was my yoga class. One of the other people in the class is a grandmother whose kids went to homeschool. And I said, here's the information. I would love to have your kids apply. So you just never know.
Yeah. So there were, you didn't go to like the school or the county's school board or anything to get connected with whoever runs their homeschool program?
No, but that's a good idea. I should do that for this year. But I'm still going to keep in touch with the friend in my yoga class.
I don't have any idea of the percentage of students that are homeschooled in high school.
I think
I
it's
imagine it
larger.
varies a lot
Yeah,
with.
I think it does vary. And I think in my particular area, which is a fairly conservative area, there are more homeschool kids. And also the percentage of children here has gone down. It's kind of sad that way.
Yeah, I see that in a lot of established school districts with they age out and the people don't move to let younger families move in.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so I did send out an email after last peer group meeting, after last meeting, as well as in the board to board email blast that goes out to the branch coordinators or the branch leaders. And I had converted the judges ballot to a Google Doc to allow, because there was some feedback that it was too small and
Right.
you know, it was just hard for the judges to read. Did any of you receive that and make note of that and have tried to download it?
I confess
Okay.
that I did not.
I did not
But I'm
either.
excited to hear that you did it. I will go
Okay,
back and
so
look at it.
I'll send the link again in an email.
Thank you.
I did get the link. I saw it, but I didn't use it. The judges that we had were not upset with the form from the
Okay.
toolkit, so it worked for them. But then 2 students, you know, there was enough room.
Yeah.
How many judges
Sure.
did you have, Kathleen?
3,
3 judges?
yeah.
Did you do the tiebreaker, Judge, or you probably wouldn't need it with only 2 students?
Well,
but-
we did have 3 judges, so
okay. So one
so
of them
yeah.
was a tiebreaker, yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
So
That was
just
a-
to let you know, last time we talked about, or somebody brought up to me that the topic in the judge's ballot in the student toolkit was incorrect. It had not been updated. We attempted to correct it. Something fell through the cracks. I don't know what, but just be aware, use the judge's ballot in the branch toolkit, not the one in the student toolkit, until we can get that fixed. We'll get it fixed this week, but just wanted to give you all a heads up. Any other issues with the toolkits that maybe we haven't talked about? I know you said you handed some out, so you printed and copied them and handed them out. Any negative feedback or anything?
No.
Okay. There's also a little bit of confusion out there on the due dates for the videos to be submitted. Because we extended the deadline 2 weeks this year, or this season, it didn't, and somebody else outside of our group turned the MOU into the online version. They didn't get the memo about the date. So on the online MOU, the date is still March 1st. So I just want you to be aware of that. And most people have the deadline for the MOU is this Saturday.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. But not the money. We don't have to turn in just the MOU, the online
Right.
MOU.
Yeah. Have you done
turn
yours
in
yet?
the money with,
Yeah, you've done
with your
yours.
winter form.
Oh, I have not done my MOU. I need to get with our president
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right. So you're with Big Bear, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Susan, you've done your MOU, I think, right?
Yes, the president of our club said she did it 2 days ago. So I hope you
Okay.
get it.
Okay. Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
the
they're-
deadline for the video now?
March 15th.
Okay. Thank you.
And then the state competition is April 27th, right, Marlene?
I
Yeah,
will double check right now.
yeah, it coincides with
Yep,
the
it's the annual meeting, April
annual meeting
27th.
date, yeah. Right. Okay, does anybody else have any topics you want to throw out there? Questions, concerns? I am also going to start asking for input as I, try to retool the toolkits and other things in the program for next year, trying to implement some more, things like the joint branches, activities and things like that. I'm open to ideas. If you have any areas that you think need improving or that your branch needs help with, that we could step in and help a little bit more. I'm open. I'm an open book. Just send me an email, phone call, yell at me, whatever. I'll take all ideas.
Thank
So,
you so much for what you're doing. This is very helpful.
well, good. I'm glad it's worth your time. I know it's you have a lot to do. Elodie, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm wondering, in choosing the topic, is there some way, maybe could the people that have participated, say the kids that participated this past year, if a link could be sent to them, or we could provide some link for just general youth to like have suggestions for a topic, because this is just my second year doing it. Before I was a coach, but it seems the topics are really, how can I put this? Not really the youth don't get too excited about it, put it that way.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're saying that's a good point, to get input from them, what would spark their interest and motivate them to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion. I guess we can kind of spitball ways to do that. I don't know, do a TikTok video or something.
Or just
Yeah,
a general, maybe email that they could, like put access, and could send it to, say, the kids that did participate, and then to the different high schools, and that the people would be familiar with, like me or whoever, and just say, oh, we're choosing next year's topic. Does anybody that wants to have suggestions go to this email or website
yeah,
or whatever?
Yeah,
have an
I
online
think-
form or something. Yeah.
And it would be helpful too, Ilona, that's a wonderful idea to get student input. I think it would be helpful also for them to know that it does have to check certain boxes. And one of those boxes is it has to reflect the AAUW mission, right? So that's one way. So they might not know that when they're thinking about the topic. So it'd be helpful maybe to have some sort of link to our website for them to look at, when they're thinking
Yeah,
about
a mission statement, this is
mission
our
statement,
mission. And,
our public policy priorities, which are often drawn based on that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and I do intend to start working more closely with GovTrek. I don't know if you're familiar with that, and TechTrek. And those are also locations where we could contact the student population and get some input on that, and coordinate with those leaders to find out what are the topics that they're working on, especially GovTrek. So that is on my radar. But that's a great idea.
Sounds great.
We can definitely brainstorm some ideas for that.
Terrific.
yeah, some of the more recent topics in the past, Ilona, I don't know if you know or realize this, we have listed those on our website so that we don't repeat ourselves. And some of the past topics have been that were highly successful with the kids. Sexual harassment in school was a big one. And how to eliminate violence at school was another one. Those really seem to hit a chord.
Yeah, we do try to kind of focus on the stuff that is meaningful to them. In other words, it happens at their school.
Right.
But one thing I noticed in reading the past topics is we've gotten a little wordier.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to get a little more concise.
Yeah, that would be a good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
Margot, you had an idea?
And we also have in the past, and we happen to do it again too, I would think, is to poll our speech direct chairs, all of you, for your suggestions too.
Oh, yeah, that's
And it's
definitely.
never too early to start thinking about 2025, as you say.
Yeah, because we have to get the toolkit put together like in April before we're even done, right? I think
Yeah,
last
the new
year it
topic
was
is
April or
typically
May.
announced in April, right?
Yeah,
So what is this, November? 5
Yeah.
months away, yeah.
so I remember last year we started discussions early on in the year, and so yeah, now is a good time to start feeding in. Margot, you had a
Oh,
comment.
I just was gonna say that I know that our chairperson from last year sent out an email to the participants from the previous year that she was hoping to get some feedback before our branch general meeting in June so that she could report on, what they said, as far as feedback on the contest itself. And the only one that did, the one that won last year, sent a really nice email back, with just her, thanking the branch. But that would be a good place to, ask them
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, because we don't have all the students' participants' information. We only have the winners. So we would have to go through the branches to contact previous contestants.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is going to have to be a team effort for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And even make it a contest if you wanted to.
Ooh, great idea.
Good. Ooh.
But if they win the contest for picking the greatest topic, can they participate in the speech bank? Maybe
know, but
that's an automatic, they automatically get to the state competition.
No.
Yeah.
We can brainstorm ideas like that. That's a good idea. Some incentive, Speaking of incentives, other than like extra credit from a teacher that's participating, anybody have any ideas of perks or other incentives that AAUW could provide to participants?
Our branch, offers, I think it was 400 for the winner, 300 for second, and 200 for third.
Right. I'm talking about
So,
just participating. Just perk for just
Oh.
participating.
Oh,
And not like a participant trophy or anything like that. I'm talking about, acknowledgement or some other way that would be a good feedback to them.
I don't know. I mean, in our presentation, we tell students that participants receive a lot of benefits. They get their name in the local paper. They get interviewed sometimes with their picture. They get that kind of thing. What else,
That's an
Marco?
idea.
it's
Yeah.
also great for applying to college. They get to.
That's right. We talk about looks good on their
talk about
application for college. If they're, that's good for their resumes or for practicing, for job hunting, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
We point that out.
Okay. Well, just an idea. Maybe, I don't know, free t-shirt or something. Of course, we'd have to get a budget for that. But
Yeah, true. True.
there's always a catch. Well, all right. Well, I will let you ladies go and start your holiday season early. Thank you so much for jumping on. We will not have a meeting in December. I don't think it's necessary. But hopefully we'll get together in January and I can hear more about the ones that contests you're having in the next couple of weeks, and any other. In the meantime, feel free to drop me an email, text, anything to let me know what you need. What do you need?
And are we still planning a judges
briefing? Yeah.
briefing
So
on
you want to talk
January?
about that?
Is that still on for January 10th?
10th. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
so
Do you
that-
need me to set up the Zoom for you, or?
I don't know. Let's talk offline. What's the
Okay.
best thing for that? Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So we're going to have another Zoom on January 10th to talk about judges.
No, that's the judge's briefing session.
Yeah, yeah,
or,
yeah,
how to-
how to brief your judges, right? So that it's just, yeah, how to brief your judges so that they are do the best job they can.
Oh, that's February 1st. Okay.
No, January 10th, I think.
Yeah.
It's
I
what
think,
they-
yeah, we had tentatively picked January 10th because it was before most everybody was doing theirs. But
content.
we are open to also having other ones if that date doesn't work out. For a couple branches, we can do other ones or even one-on-ones if need
Okay,
be.
so January 10th is our next Zoom meeting?
Yeah,
Okay, great. And somehow I had it down for February 1st, but I'll
well,
move
it's
that.
not a meeting. It's not this meeting. It's strictly for the judges, how to brief your judges.
More like a webinar sort of thing?
Kind of,
Interactive webinar, yeah.
yeah. Just sort of informational, yeah. Because,
Yeah, maybe we should start calling it a webinar.
in fact, Ilona, I think it was your idea, I thought, or someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I don't want to go through what I went through last
Right.
time. Yeah,
Right. And I thought, excellent idea. And so we're going to do it.
So,
Thank
okay,
you.
so just to make sure I understand, we'll get our judges to go to that webinar?
Well,
online?
it's more like a train the trainer. So in other words,
Okay.
whoever in your committee is going to be overseeing the judging part,
Okay,
should attend so that they
Okay,
know
got it.
how to brief their judges, how to prepare them to be, the judge at the contest.
okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Margot, did you have a question?
No, I
No,
was
just
kind
was
of
puzzled.
confused, but I wasn't sure, but you answered the question.
Yeah, I think maybe we got to get our terminology correct. So it's a webinar on how to brief your judges. How's that?
Right. And who should attend? I would say speech track chairs and then whoever on your committee is overseeing the judges, helping you out with the judges.
Okay.
Whoever's going to be
And-
briefing the judges, in other words.
And
Yeah,
that
no.
was January 10th.
Right.
Yes.
Okay,
And
But
if,
in your case,
you're gonna do
right.
my
Okay.
judges.
and if January 10th is too far in advance of your contest or there's some other conflict,
We can do it later.
and we'll work out something for you one-on-one.
Well, I'm very lucky because I have Marlene to,
You got the pro with you, so you don't need us. You don't need me.
right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. And it was nice to
Thank
see
you.
all of you. For those of you having your contests, fingers crossed that everything goes well.
Right.
happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
Happy
Have
Have a
Thanksgiving.
wonderful holiday.
Bye.
Stay
Happy
healthy.
Thanksgiving.
Yep. Stay healthy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.